What is up, bros, and welcome back to another Apex Legends Season 3 video where I'll be showing you the best tips and tricks to get the jump on the enemy for easy kills and dubs. First off, special thanks to Apex Legends for sponsoring this video. Season 3 Meltdown is available now for free in Apex Legends, so make sure to jump over and check out the brand new map, new legend crypto, new weapons, skins, battle pass, and much more. Click the link in the description box below to download Apex Legends Season 3 for free. Like I said in my last Apex video, my favorite thing about this game is just how fluid the gameplay is. Everything feels really natural and you're never left feeling like you're awkwardly controlling something that's like a brick running away from you. Anyways, bra fam, let's jump right into it with these 14 high IQ tricks to get better in Apex Legends Season 3. Tip number 1 is taking us to any of these new buildings that have zip lines going from the bottom all the way up to the 5th floor up top. It's a long way up and you're really vulnerable to shots while you're going up it. I recently saw how the pro player Dizzy deals with this, and you can actually vault off of the zipline and then jump back on by doing a 180 after jumping off the zipline, and you can repeat this on the entire way up to get up to the 5th floor. This makes your legend incredibly difficult to shoot, and you'll now be able to safely push campers on the rooftop, all while juking them so hard their hands are going to cramp and their minds are going to be blown. Trick number 2 is how you can actually avoid Crypto's ultimate ability where he deals 50 damage to shields. This works 100% of the time and it's so easy to do. All you're gonna need to practice is opening your inventory and then dropping your shield when you get the cue that Crypto is detonating his ult. You'll have a couple seconds to react once you get notified, and because his ult does not do any damage to flesh, you will actually still be able to be 100% health, and then while the shield is on the ground, it will also keep its full health. So you can just pick the shield back up and continue on your way. Another trick to avoid Crypto's ult damage is if you're using Wraith, you can actually use her tactical ability into the void using the same timing as before, and it will not do any shield damage to you. A simple but very effective trick to use on campers is to go onto Crypto's drone and hack doors on the opposite side you're actually planning on pushing through. If a camper is in the building, then simply fly over to the opposite side, open or spam hack the door to make a ton of noise and then get their attention, and then at the same time either have your teammates push from the other side or be in a position to push quickly after getting off the drone so that you can get the first shot and the jump on the enemy. Another trick you can use on anyone inside of buildings is by using Crypto's ult through walls. A lot of people don't realize that walls or objects actually don't interfere in the pathway with Crypto's ult. You don't actually need to fly your drone into the building and risk them getting taken out in order to use your ult. You can simply fly your drone to the opposite side on the other side of the wall where it is 100% safe and then detonate it. You can also just manually detonate the drone once it's in position and then immediately push after. One sneaky hidden skill that Crypto has is that any of these big banners will actually display something totally different when you look at them from the drone's view. You'll see here that once you are on your drone, these banners will instantly change in order to show you if there's any enemy squads nearby. This can be really helpful to quickly check before pushing into a big city with lots of buildings, and it can be the difference in you getting killed by a squad that's been in the corner for the last 10 minutes or surviving it. Next up is the quick tip on how Crypto can use his drone to scout loot ahead by hacking containers. In this situation, I literally had an inventory of a Phoenix kit and a shield. That was it. My teammate was down, and this was a good way to see if the loot path I needed to take was clear or if it's gonna just be a wipe. Sticking with the same idea as the previous tip, you can use Crypto to clutch situations that are literally impossible for other legends. Crypto can actually recover the banners of your fallen teammates, and once you recover them with his drone, you can instantly recall it and then go spawn them in on the ship and bring them back into the fight again. The other impossible situation Crypto can clutch is if your teammate dies outside of the zone or in a hard to reach place. Crypto's drone can actually survive outside of the zone and get fallen teammates that didn't make it. You can also scout for late entries from the enemies and even recover banners from otherwise unreachable teammates' dead bodies. Next up is that, did you know you can actually grapple with Pathfinder using Crypto's drone? You can fly in circles around his drone or use it to launch yourself into hard to get places or into the next fight for a jump scare on the enemy team. Now, if you notice your crypto teammate is on his drone in a horrible spot, or any teammate is just AFK out in the open, you can actually punch them to safety to get them behind cover or into a building if you need to. Thankfully, there's no friendly fire in Apex, so you can feel free to just punch your teammate into safety and potentially save their lives even though you're over there abusing them. Next up is a brand new hiding spot in the new type of buildings that are on World's Edge. You'll know you're in the right house if you look all the way up and you see the venting ducts on the ceiling. Now, if you're Pathfinder, you can actually rappel into the corner and sit on the ledge and ambush unsuspecting victims. Now, there used to be a few spots like this that were great for hiding on King's Canyon, but they were fixed, so a lot of people aren't used to checking sneaky spots like this anymore, so that's going to give you an even bigger advantage, especially so early on in the season. Next up is our first set of guaranteed high loot spots, and this one has literally never failed me out of all of the games I've landed here this season. The worst loot I've ever gotten from the spot is a purple light mag and a shotgun, which is still very good in comparison to just landing randomly and running far distances between loot. These cylinder buildings in the top right of the map seem to always have at least one purple, and there were multiple times when I would land and grab a purple shield plus a Phoenix kit and a good gun just within seconds. Landing here and then running into the warehouse with my kit has netted me a ton of kills while the enemy teams were still frantically running around looting still. Our second guaranteed loot spot isn't always loaded with purples, but what is guaranteed is sniper loot 100% of the time inside of the top two most containers. This spot is a cutout in a cliff that is only accessible from either landing on it or taking a long rappel from the ground up. Check out the loot I got just from these few containers up here. I even have purple attachments and a golden helmet, so it's pretty insane. Now, this spot isn't widely known amongst the community yet, and if you want great chances at getting the new charge rifle or any of your favorite snipers, then definitely go for landing up here. This cliff also overlooks both the drill site and the huge city skyhook. Our third sneaky landing spot also doesn't guarantee purples flooding you, but what it does do is guarantee a safer entry into one of the more congested landing areas of the new map. Now, there's actually these 4 floating buildings over the top of Train Yard, and you can access all 4 by jumping onto the zipline and either re-jumping to change directions or by going diagonally across to the other side. Another good thing about being up here is that when you do cop the fat loot, you can safely peck at low health enemies below for easy kills. Most of the time you won't even need to worry about flanks because the only legend that can get up here, if they didn't land up there in the first place, is Pathfinder. So even if one does attempt to come up to you, there's 4 of the buildings, so they might not know which one you're in, and it's also loud, so you'll hear it and you'll be able to take them out while they're coming up to you. Tip number 14 today is a quick hidden loot tip, and that is that when trains go across the stations and come to a stop, there are multiple underground containers that are lifted up for you to temporarily have a chance to grab before they disappear into the ground again. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned some stuff that'll get you and your squad some epic wins and fat loot in your future games. Special thanks again to Apex Legends for sponsoring this video. I'll see you all very soon in the next upload. I love you all. Peace.